Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Heart to Heart Wednesdays. Myself, Christina J, and thank you for listening to the broadcast. And I know you are blessed by it. Surely it is that to bless you. This morning, on this very Wednesday, rather, I'm going to read a piece, two pieces from a book, Flight Out of Darkness, Expression of the Soul by Christina J. Well, the second part of my book, it's called The Way of Love. And this piece is from the Message Bible that I've inserted here. 1 Corinthians 13. If I speak with human eloquence and angelic ecstasy, but don't know love, I'm nothing but the creaking of a rusty gate. If I speak God's word with power, revealing all his mysteries and making everything plain as day, and if I have faith that says to a mountain jump and it jumps, but I don't love, I'm nothing. If I give everything I own to the poor, and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've gotten nowhere. So no matter what I say, what I believe, and what I do, I'm bankrupt without love. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep score of the sins of others, doesn't revel when others grovel, takes pleasure in the flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts God always, always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Love never dies. Inspired speech will be over someday. Praying in tongues will end. Understanding will reach its limit. We know only a portion of the truth, and what we say about God is always incomplete. But when the complete arrives, our incompletes will be cancelled. When I was an infant at my mother's breast, I giggled and cooed like any infant. When I grew up, I left those infant ways for good. We don't yet see things clearly. We're squatting in a fog, peering through a mist. But it won't be long before the weather clears and the sun shines bright. We'll see it all then, see it all as clearly as God sees us, knowing him directly just as he knows us. But for right now, until that completeness, we have three things to do to lead us toward that consummation. Trust steadily in God, hope unswervingly, love extravagantly, and the best of the three is love. Second read to you today is from the first part of my book, The Journey from One Soul to Another, and it's the value of endurance. Seek then wisdom and make her your home. The valley of endurance. Have you been there? I know you have. There, where you held a dagger to your throat to make an end to the nothingness, the emptiness, the shadow of loneliness that arrived. A stranger growing to an intruder drove you to hopelessness and caused you to crumble. Somehow, in the nick of time, there it was, the reason to be, brought the drop of the dagger and the feeling of life and acceptance. The want to be needed, as you cry for help, echoes to awake that which you filed away as only a memory. Ask no questions as endurance, seem pointless and meaningless at times. Surely it is not. She was in search of you, crying herself to sleep at times, as she wondered why. Never knew up until that very moment where she met you. Facing fears born through insecurities, afraid to believe in what she has always longed for, unlocked the gate that guards a fragile heart. But she knew, she knows, as the sun sets after every passing day, that it is real, truth, hers. Rage, anger, fights, distance taken, but she cannot close the door, turn away, make an end to the bond that shared with a song. She saved her. An end, never, only beautiful tomorrows, brought to life by those trials and tribulations, conquered and endeared. Never ceased to believe in what you knew you saw, grew to love and know you share. Yes, You know it's hidden within the silence, as her eyes connects with yours, and your souls intertwine. She needs you, wants you, loves you, allows herself to see, but oh, she knows that she was seeking you, that what you share, seen by all, yet understood by few, is an answer to her prayers. And once she's accepted what she finds, you'll come to realize the value of endurance. From myself, Christina J. Have a beautiful Heart2Heart Wednesday, and keep on walking tall on your tall love walks. You worth it, and celebrate life. See you next week.